WWE Night of Champions 2026 is just around the corner, and I'm going to give you guys my match predictions for all the confirmed matches on the card. Night of Champions is very interesting to me. There's some very good matches, and there's definitely some matches that I'm not looking forward to as much. So I'm going to give you guys who I think is going to win in each one. Whether there's any more matches added, as of right now, I believe this is the final card, but we will see. Firstly, we've got Seth Rollins versus Bron Breakker in a steel cage match. This is to break the tie. This is the match of the matches, but I don't know how this is going to end. See, my thoughts, they were going to bring this feud to SummerSlam, and that would be where the feud culminated and we got the finalised winner. However, it seems like we are getting it in a steel cage now. Based off of that, I think who needs this the most? Bron Breakker does. So I'm going to give my prediction for the win to Bron Breakker in this steel cage match. He would then also break the streak of Seth Rollins, who I think has won every cage match he's ever been in. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is one of the stats. But I think Bron Breakker's going to come out with the win here because he needs it the most. If they are setting up the future, they need Bron Breakker to have a very convincing win in a very good feud. And that is with Seth Rollins. I think this can be a banging match, though. Always love a steel cage match. This is going to be good. Next, we have Trick Williams versus Ricky Saints for the US title. I think here it's a bit annoying for me because I really wanted Carmelo to be the person that faced Trick Williams here. But I believe because it's Ricky Saints, I think Trick Williams is going to retain the US title. It definitely has potential to be a very solid match. However, I think one of the questions we have to ask, is this going to be costed by someone like Carmelo? You know, are they going to set up a triple threat, or is it just going to be a clean one-on-one? Clean one-on-one, Trick's definitely going to win it, I think. You know, if there is some sort of interference, it could go to Ricky, but genuinely, I think Trick's winning it no matter what. I don't think his title reign's had enough legs yet, and I think he needs to gain a few more defenses against some decent opponents before he then maybe drops it again to Melo or something like that in a feud that goes all the way back to NXT. Next match is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the women's US title. I think, again, this is a very similar situation for me. I think Tiffy is going to retain because, again, she's just not had much of a reign comparatively. She needs a little bit longer, I think, to define herself as the US champion, and I don't think giving it to Jade Cargill will do that. Unless the goal is to make a powerful champion, the women's US champ, giving it to Jade Cargill, that definitely could be happening, but I don't think it is, so my prediction for this one is Tiffany Stratton. The next match is Io Sky versus Liv Morgan to decide the Queen of the Ring. I have two little predictions for this match. I think Io Sky overall is going to win the match. I think there's no point giving Liv Morgan Queen of the Ring to then have a championship opportunity against, herself? You know, it doesn't really make much sense to me. So I think Io's going to have this win. We're going to potentially then get Io versus Rhea. I feel like that's what they're setting up. And I potentially think someone like Roxanne Perez can cost Liv Morgan to then create a championship feud between those two, because there's definitely been a lot of Judgment Day tension recently. That would be a very interesting storyline to pursue with, I think, what at the moment is a very flat storyline for the Judgment Day. I think they need something. Next is Obafemi versus Jey Uso, and this really sadly could go both ways. I am hoping Obafemi wins and then does what I think would be really cool and has a match against Lesnar at SummerSlam Night 1 and then a match against Roman for the title in SummerSlam Night 2, a double whammy. That would be so awesome. This is like something that's not really been done before, and that would again cement Oba as this badass, big, unbeatable character. However, I think Brock Lesnar could definitely come and cost Oba the match here, and that would sadly mean Jey Uso winning. I am not a Jey Uso hater. I just don't think he deserves to win King of the Ring. I think Obafemi with King of the Ring would be very cool. But that is a way to set up the third match in what has been a 1-1 draw for Oba versus Lesnar. So, but my prediction though is I'm going to think positively. I think Obafemi is going to come out of this match and going to have a really interesting SummerSlam. Next is Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Championship. And I'm really looking forward to this match. The Sami Zayn character I've started to like significantly more. Now he's actually got some depth to him. He's no longer just this, I deserved it, I should have been here, I deserved it, like that boring character he was for the past 2 years. Like, I sat on his high chair, sort of, oh, I'm so perfect, I've never done any wrong. I didn't like that character. I like the character we've got now. It's very interesting. But I do think this is going to go to Cody. I think Cody's going to retain this match, but it could well be the moment Sami Zayn gets his first title. I think Cody Rhodes is going to retain. It could well go to Sami Zayn as well. I think it's not going to go to Gunther, but I think it could be one of them sorts of things. I don't think Gunther's going to take the pin, so genuinely it will either be Cody or Sami taking the pin, whichever way around that is, but I'm predicting Cody Rhodes is going to retain in this match. Overall, I think Night of Champions has a very opportunity to be a very good card. It's not a bad card at all, so I'm very curious to see what they do with it. Hope you guys enjoy. Please tell me what you guys thought, and I'll catch you for the next one.